Welcome to The Entrepreneur in You, the podcast that unlocks the secrets to success in the trying world of being a busy entrepreneur. I'm your host, Troy Cummings, and I'm thrilled to embark on this journey with you as we dive deep into the minds of industry experts who have achieved remarkable success in their respective fields. Welcome to The Entrepreneur in You, where we help entrepreneurs learn, earn, and grow their business. Today, we will be speaking with Cassandra Dawley. Cassandra is the Director of Business Development for one of the leading Kentuckiana inspection companies, Wright Choice Property Inspection. She is also a licensed realtor in the state of Kentucky and a loving mother of three wonderful children, age 14, 9, and 2. So without further ado, let's welcome Cassandra Dawley to The Entrepreneur in You.
Hello, thanks for having me, Troy.
Hey, welcome, Cassandra. Very glad to have you on the podcast today. I know we've been missing each other here and there, so it's definitely great to have you on and get some questions answered from you and hopefully add some value back to our listeners.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw you to the wolves quickly here. You know, what would you say to someone who's buying a home and says, just, I don't think I need a home inspection?
Sure. I would say you're making the wrong choice. As a realtor and as someone who does the business development for a home inspection company, why not get your home inspected? Why not go ahead and find out if there's anything wrong with it? You know, how old some of the things are in the home. The worst that can happen is just nothing's wrong, right? Well, I'm sorry, not the worst. The best that can happen is nothing's wrong. The worst that can happen is a few months later, you're spending thousands of dollars to fix a problem that could have been found to begin with. And even if you're just buying an investment property, you know, you still want to know because you're going to have to put the money back into it in the long run.
Yeah, and I think it's a good education piece. I'm
not sure what happened there. I think I lost you.
I don't know either. I think it's a good education piece for the home buyer because they learn a lot from the inspector, even about the home that they're purchasing. I feel like it's just a good education tool as well, just to learn more about the home and just the items and the appliances and the systems that are in their home for down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
So could you explain to us a little bit about the home inspection procedure of things? You know, what can a potential customer expect when using the services of Wright Choice Property Inspection?
Sure. So we like to basically be a one-stop shop. If you're going to buy a home and your realtor says, all right, it's home inspection time, you give us a call. We get the home inspected. Well, we do have companies that we're partnered with as well. We can offer, the termite. We can do the radon testing. But when someone schedules, they'll get their inspection. Our inspector will go out there. He'll do a thorough search of the home. He'll check everything in the home, give you a report on site. You'll get a copy of that report, and then you'll be able to ask questions. You'll be able to go through it, and then you'll be able to use that going forward in your negotiations, if you need to ask for things, or if you want other contractors to go out there and look at the things that we flagged.
Absolutely. And I know you guys probably, get calls where someone will say, ABC Home Inspection Company can do it for a lot less than you all. Not saying your prices are high, but what would you say to that potential prospect about the importance of using a quality home inspection company?
My motto is, we are not the cheapest, we're not the most expensive, but we are the best. And therefore, you get what you pay for at the end of the day, and
sure.
So we really do take pride in servicing our clients and our realtors and making sure that they receive the best service from start to finish with the knowledge that, our inspectors have.
Yes. Now, are there cases where maybe this is something I've been curious about? Are there cases where people call you needing a home inspection out of the blue? And could it possibly be for something that's, non-real estate related? Can you give us an example of maybe where someone might get a home inspection, or does that just not occur?
Sure. So, on my end, I'm going to hear it more from realtors, but we do get calls all the time. Maybe there's an auction going on and someone wants to buy this property.
Yeah.
They don't want a full inspection, but they want to know, what's the roof look like, and what's this crawl space looking like, or what's this foundation looking like. We do investor inspections, so if you're going to do an auction home, a quick flip home, we can do those. And so that's where I'd say, for me, within the company, that's where I see those calls.
Sure. Now, is there anything in your all's industry that maybe kind of drives you crazy, or a funny rule or statute, or just something that makes your all's job difficult that you wish would maybe change a little bit in the industry? And there might not be, but I wanted to ask that.
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
Sure.
And that might be something more of a Nick Wright question.
Sure.
I'm doing the sales and I'm doing the business development. Nick and our lead inspector, Lyle, they are the ones staying on top of those actual inspections.
Okay. Yeah, and sometimes I do bring these questions in because I feel like when we have industry leaders and people that talk about the business, I feel like as a business owner, maybe you withhold stuff that you wish they would change in your industry, but you don't say it out loud because maybe just for whatever reason you don't want to sound like a crybaby or whatnot. But at the same time, it's good to bring those things up, and potentially if we can put our heads together and maybe make things better for our industry, that's why I usually ask. But and no concerns on that. I just figured I'd ask that question to see if there was anything that stuck out. Now, could you tell us a little bit more about the services that Wright Choice Property Inspection has to offer? I know you mentioned the radon. Could you tell us a little bit more about that and how that works?
Yeah, so we do have a sister company, Breathe Right Radon, that's owned by Nick's wife, Jenny. She has that company. They do the radon testing, they do the radon mitigation. Like I said earlier about the one-stop shop, we like to leave the specialties to the professionals. We like to stick strictly to home inspection. Therefore, when you call us to schedule the inspection, we can happily schedule you for the radon or for the sewer scope, or for termite. However, we kind of like to leave that to the pros. And of course, if anyone ever asks, if they need a septic inspection, we're happy to give our contacts. But like I said, we kind of like to leave that to the professionals, and we like to specialize in what we specialize.
Great. And as you mentioned before, you are the business development person there at Wright Choice. What are kind of your all's social media goals for you guys? I know that's something we're always trying to get better at, but kind of in-house, like what do you all kind of strive for? Just, is it more of just a more personal touch, or maybe if you can expand on that, kind of what you guys like to do from a social media standpoint?
Do you really want to know my territory? That's pretty large.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's really a secret. I utilize the social media platforms to my full potential. I mean, I really try to use all of those, plus my own personal, the Wright Choice pages. We really just try to stay top of mind. We try to show what we're doing for others, what we're doing for our community, what we're doing for realtors. And so, I utilize Canva a lot. I really love that Canva software to use. You can have a planner on there with a calendar. You can make stuff in your free time. You can throw it on there to post, so you don't even have to worry about posting it. But that's a great tool. Nick is like the Canva king. We call him.
Oh, really?
He is so good at making Canva designs, and he spent a little bit of time with me showing me how to really utilize that. Now, I love Canva. I use it all the time.
Yeah, that's great. And I do see your social media stuff all the time. And, I do see that you take pictures with people quite often. Do you feel like nowadays that people are pretty open, even if you're having coffee, to just, want to take a picture with you? Do you feel like that's gotten easier over time?
Well, I've never been one to be shy. So, I'll just, are you okay with taking a picture? And what it does is it's showing Wright Choice, and it's also showcasing a business. I'm sure you've seen where I do my post. I'll talk about, what do you do? what's your business, what's your company, maybe an event you have coming up. But that's one thing that I do love to do for people, and that we like to do at Wright Choice is, like, we want to promote you as well. We want to showcase you. We want to put your stuff out there for people to see.
Well, and I have to say, for me, I see like what you do, and sometimes I'm like, well, I'm not maybe as pretty as Cassandra, and like, like I'm always thinking for me, and maybe it's a little bit more timid as a male to me to like say, hey, come take a picture with me, but I'm trying to get better at that myself, just to, cause I do see the importance of it, and I love what you guys do. And I'm trying to get better at it, and us as a company to try to get those more just one-on-one pictures and tag people and stuff of that nature. Cause I'm fine putting my stuff out there with me and doing some different things, but, we're definitely striving at Home Membership too, to just try to, do more pictures with more staff and myself and stuff, with people that we partner with, just to show that connection, and that we are going to be there to support one another.
Yeah, no, and I love watching your videos. I feel like you're getting just better and better by the day of your reels and your posts and all of that. So
yeah, it's definitely a long play, right? I mean, it's one of those things that when you start, you can't really expect, hey, I'm going to get, hundreds of new clients. But I tell people all the time, especially my friends that, kind of want to give me a little, want to kind of make fun of me a little bit, I guess you'd say. I said, it's all right. They're like free salespeople in a sense. And that's really the way I look at them is, you put those reels out there, and, they work for you all the time, and they may not have as much penetration 2, 3, 4 years down the road, but we even have YouTube videos that have been out there for a while, and they're getting a lot of views. So, let's see here. Now, if you were working with someone, or maybe someone came to you and says, hey, I'm looking to get into business development myself, is there any words of advice maybe you would give them, or a secret sauce that's kind of worked for you?
Sure. Rule number 1, love and respect the people you work for, and believe in the product you're selling. I feel like there'd be no purpose of your job. I said a couple weeks ago in a video I made, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. When I come into the office, when I go do my job, I don't feel like I'm working a ton. I feel like I'm just doing what I enjoy doing. And when you work and you have great bosses and you have good culture and you have just that excitement and that respect back of doing it, it just makes it so much easier. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to go take a job somewhere doing something like this, you have to believe in the people and believe in the product that you have.
Absolutely. Very good advice. If someone needs to schedule a home inspection, what is the best thing for them to do? And then is the process different for, let's say, if a homeowner just called you direct, like let's say for, like you said, an auction or something, versus if it's a realtor needing to schedule a home inspection for a real estate client?
Nope. So basically, our phone number, it's an iPhone. So iPhones, you have the iMessage, you have the phone calls, all that good stuff, the voicemails that can transcribe. So when you text our phone number, it doesn't matter if you are, Joe down the street, or if you are a top producing agent at an awesome brokerage, you can call that number, you can text that number, and Lisa, who is our all-star admin, she will get you scheduled. You give her the address. She'll be able to get the square footage. She'll be able to find out, she might have a couple questions for you, but she'll be able to find it on the map, locate the inspector that's going to go to it, get you scheduled, and yeah, you're ready to go. And the great thing too is we're 7 days a week. If you get an accepted offer on a Saturday, you can text that phone number. Someone's going to get back to you. You can call, you can leave a voicemail, but we do like to, be on our toes when it comes to that. We want to get you all scheduled. We want to, help you all as clients, as realtors. So yeah, that iPhone comes in handy when it's, 7:30 on a Thursday night or 10 a.m. on a Sunday, and you just got an accepted offer. You call us and we'll take care of it.
Absolutely. And I want to share with the audience, if you guys can see my screen, it's yourrightchoice.com. Here's their website. You can go on there as well to get additional information. Also, they are on Instagram. Looks like at Your Wright Choice on Instagram. And then if you want to also follow them on Facebook, they do have a Facebook page. You can search Wright Choice Property Inspection. And Cassandra, she also has her personal Facebook page, as you can see there on the screen. And then also her Instagram. So feel free to visit Cassandra. Looks like on Instagram it's at Cassandra Dawley. So feel free to reach out to her or connect with her on social. And obviously she's there for you guys and there to answer any questions that you have about property inspections. Even if you're a realtor or a homeowner, she will be glad to get you any information you need and take care of you for that property inspection. So what I want to do now, Cassandra, is this is new. It's just something different I'm doing. Have you ever heard of rapid fire, like on a call, like on a podcast, where I'm just going to ask you some quick questions and you have to choose one?
Okay, I've heard. So it's like this or that.
Yeah, basically, yeah, correct. And they may not all apply to you, but what comes to you first, at first mind here. So, okay. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. So Apple or Android?
Apple for sure.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Walk on the beach or a trail?
Walk on the beach.
Wine or beer?
Wine.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Flowers or chocolate?
Flowers.
SUV or sedan?
SUV.
Elf or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Christmas Vacation is one of my favorite movies.
Team Jacob or Edward?
Edward.
Okay. I was hoping I didn't go back too far. I wasn't sure if you knew where I was going with that. It was kind of random. From Twilight. Yeah, just trying to keep it loose around here. But, well, we're going to go ahead and start to wrap it up, guys. Cassandra, thank you for coming in on the show. It's been a blast. I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in. And until next time, thank you, Cassandra, and thank you guys for listening to The Entrepreneur in You.
Thank you for tuning in to The Entrepreneur in You. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as I did. If you found value in today's podcast, be sure to hit that follow or subscribe and leave us a review so other people can find this podcast and gain value from it as well.